Hey, this is Byron the Stockmaster, and I want to update you on what's going on. Today is March 23rd to let you know inside the stock market exactly what's influencing for it to go up or down, exactly what's going on in the stock market today. So here we go. Okay, President Trump made an announcement this morning, and this is exactly what it said.
The country of Iran have had over the last 2 days
This
very
is
good
from
and
President
productive
Trump.
conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, Oxford comma, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So, 5 days where we're not going to see an escalation. Market loves it right out of the gate. We see futures up almost 3%.
So for the next 5 days, I guess there's not going to be a war. There's not going to be any striking or fighting towards the United States and Iran. So, and you can see the stock market. The stock market is going up. The Dow Jones is going up. The Dow Jones is like up 700 points. The Nasdaq is up, and the S&P 500 is up because of they took a ceasefire for the next 5 days. But Kevin O'Leary has an interesting take. I want you to hear what he had to say. He's on that show. I forgot the name of that show. Anyway, and by the way, the Feds, after this war is over with, they have no idea what's going to happen to the economy, and that's kind of puzzled me. But Kevin O'Leary kind of knows what's going to happen and what to invest in, what's going to be the future towards security for like water, power, and things like that. I think, and I agree with him. Power is the key thing. Getting power, I think, from import from Canada and Mexico that's very important. They're going to try to make sure, importing wise, that it's security so we can get water from fertilizer and things like that. That's very important as well. Gas, fiber, things like that. But I'm gonna let Kevin O'Leary speak on that. He can make it more clear, of what I'm talking about.
So the thing I really want to emphasize is that nobody knows. A number of people mentioned if we were ever going to skip an SEP, this would be a good one because we just don't know. I wouldn't speculate in any way, and there's really not a lot we can do.
Yeah, the Feds don't know what's going to happen after this war,
and see.
The economy.
We don't know how big these effects are going to be. I don't want to speculate about what that might mean because, honestly, that would sound like I have some idea of what's actually going to happen, and I don't think anybody really does.
So recently leaned into energy, physical infrastructure amid the war.
Kevin O'Leary.
O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary. Also, we know him as Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
Sit here with me on set.
Thank you.
That soundbite sounded like a whole lot of I don't know. How do you invest in a world full of I don't know?
You think about what the world looks like after the conflict is over, and you make bets. That's right, you don't know. But I'm pretty sure when this is over, what we're going to be looking at is some multinational policing of the Strait of Hormuz, very much like Panama Canal or Suez Canal, same thing. It's going to be expensive, but I think it's going to be paid for by the countries that have to have these commodities. You detailed oil, obviously there's others. The other thing that I'm kind of making a bet on, we talk about fertilizer, for example. So policy domestically after this is over is going to be security of supply and supply chain. And you know where I'm thinking right now? Canada.
Interesting.
They've got all these commodities. There's a TIF war going on right now. But I think what's going to happen is, out of necessity, number one importer right now of oil into the United States, Canada. Number two is Mexico. We're going to be firming that up for the security and abundance of energy. But potash, fertilizer, aluminum, that trade deal with Canada, and the only way I can do it in going long Canada is I just bought the Canadian dollar.
Okay.
So, and I've done well with it. And,
yeah.
So we'll see a lot of speculation, but when this is over, I think, and as an investor, the world is going to be a much more stable place. I know a lot of people don't believe that.
Is the Middle East going to be stable? Because you've talked about brain talent.
Yeah, some of the things that Kevin O'Leary said I did not understand, or I did not know. I'm going to say it like that. I understand what he's saying, but I did not know about it. And especially about the Fed not expecting or knowing what's going to happen after the conflict between the United States and Iran. they're lost too. They have no idea where the economy is going right now. So with that being said, who knows? Now he said some things. Kevin O'Leary said some things to look forward to, some things that was going to be hot after the war, like power and things like that, fertilizer, gas, and things like that. He said that's going to be big. I kind of agree and disagree because I'm a short-term investor, and I particularly don't need to hear that. I would like to know what particular stock in general is going to make money for you, because I want to make money for you. That's just the way I am. But today is March 23rd, 2026. I just want to update you on what's going on in our society, what's going on in the world, and how it's affecting the stock market, so you can get a kind of an idea of what to look forward to. Remember, for the next 5 days, they're going to cease fire between Iran and the United States, and it should affect the stock market in a positive way. With that being said, this is Stock Master. I'll see you on my next video.